Hello, I'm Chylli from channel Chylli, also known as Try, and we are back with more Deep Sleep Labyrinth of the Forsaken. Last time we left off kind of in the middle of one of our dreams here, so we'll just be picking right back where we left off then. "387, that's the door I saw last time." Hello? Nobody's answering, and it's locked. Great, I don't know what I expected. Amelia, is that you? Yes, are you the one I spoke to on the phone? Please help me, release me from here. Hang on, I'll try opening the door. Damn, should I even trust them? But I don't think I have any other leads to my brother. Hopefully I don't get immediately jumped by the monster as soon as I get out of the elevator. So what exactly am I supposed to do here? I know that key is probably the one I need to get to the guy in the room, but there's still that bag in the water room I won, but I'm not sure how to get it. And there we go, I am so skillful, I'm just the best in every single way. And now I guess I'll go fight that monster now. I'm gonna go kill the other enemy just for the experience, because we probably do need it. Hey, you got my lucky piece of coal. That's really nice. Alright, now we should be good to just go on down to the basement again. Or yes, it's not the basement, it's still the 3rd floor, so... There's some seriously big cracks in this wall. Damn it, there goes my wrench durability. A golden heavy sarcophagus, tightly sealed. What could be inside? Okay, well, this really came out of nowhere. I don't know how I got here. Can anyone track my signal? It's some sort of tomb. I dropped my camera somewhere. It should still be transmitting, so maybe you can receive it. Send help. I think I'm not alone here. Looks damaged. Someone must have dropped it. Unfortunate, I wanted to see what was on that camcorder. So the map says I'm supposed to be doing something in here, but I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. Do I have to go kill the mummy guy first before we can do anything? Well now, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do about that heavy stone door in the way. Hey there, you seem lost. Who are you? Me, oh, just a friendly adder. What? Okay, I guess I should get used to this. So anyway, I've seen you struggle with that thing over there. That thing, yeah, a bit puzzling, but I'll manage. You sure about that, Leanie? 'Cause, you know, I could help you. I happen to know how things work around here, so maybe you'd like a hand. Sure, why not? What's the hand? Not so fast. Things like that should have a price. Really, and how much would that hand cost me? Just one bite and some of your blood on top of it. What? You want my blood? Hatters don't drink blood. Well, this one does. Come on, lady, it's just one sip. You'll be fine. What about your venom? Don't worry, I'm not venomous. Maybe a bit, but don't worry, there will be no venom. I don't want to spoil the delicious blood now, do I? I don't know. Listen, lady, do you want my help or not? One bite of the hand is yours. Oh, okay, suit yourself then, but don't come crying later. On second thought, do come crying. Tears are almost as tasty as blood. Anyway, if you change your mind, I'll be waiting. The eye of her eyes 4, the onk is 3. Anubis is 2, and the scarab is 5. There we go, I can be decent at puzzles when I want to be. Freedom at last. Dude, what are you? I'm the one you spoke with before. I guided you here so you could set me free. You've got cat ears. Are you some sort of cat person? Excuse me? A cat person? How dare you? Forgive me, I didn't mean to. I'm a sphinx, the bringer of light, the guardian of the sleeping. My name is Tutu. Your name is Tutu, that's not a very threatening name. Why would it be threatening, Amelia? Like I had said, I'm the guardian of the sleeping, the bringer of light, the vanquisher of shadows. I'm not the one to be scared of. I'm the one to call for when scared. Now, Amelia, I believe we have a lot to discuss. Who locked you in here? I'm sorry, Amelia. This time I am unable to tell you this. Why? I thought you trusted me. This goes beyond the matter of trust. Your grasp of reality is strong, but not strong enough. You need to anchor yourself more before I can share everything with you. This sounds sketchy. All I can tell you now is that my imprisonment was tied to the fate of your brother, and this is also the reason why I want to help you. Wait, I spoke with you before in that dark basement. We did speak indeed, your memory serves you right. It is not always the case in the realm of dreams. But if you were locked in here for the whole time, how did you use a phone? I'm no expert, but I doubt sarcophagi are equipped with landlines. A phone? Amelia, you must understand, this place does not work like the one you came from. I sense your presence and reached out to you. The way the dream reacted was shaped by your mind. It conjured a way for us to have a conversation that didn't break your perception of reality. So I dreamed it. Precisely. After all, it is a dream. Thank you for trusting me back then. I promise you will not regret it. Can you tell me again, who are you? I'm Tutu, the guardian of the sleeping, the bringer of light, the vanquisher of... Yes, but what does all that mean? Are you even real? Asking questions about reality within the realm of dreams is as wise as trying to dry one's clothes underwater. There's no such thing as not real, not here. And while I do not have a physical form to speak of, I exist within a dream that is my reality. No straight answer, both yes and no. Okay, but a sphinx? How can you be... How did you come to be? Did my brother dream up a sphinx, or was it me? I am much older than that, Amelia. I've been around since the dawn of the human race. Yeah, I kinda figured she was a mimetic entity, kinda like the shadow people. I've been spawned to life by the collective assembly of multiple minds, seeking help, looking for safety from the danger, from the demons. Demons? I believe you've met one of them already. You're very lucky to still be alive, Amelia. They are called the Shadow People. To the ancients, they were demons that lurked in their sleep. Today, hardly anyone remembers them, but they still exist, and I still persist too, out of necessity, a need for a defender, a guardian, a counterweight to the demons. I want to ask you something about yourself. If you are a sphinx, how come you're not asking me riddles or threatening to kill me if I don't solve them? Really, this hurt my feelings, Amelia. This bad reputation was brought to sphinxes by the dwellers in the northern Mediterranean Sea. None of this nonsense was ever attributed to us, not where I come from. Sorry, didn't mean to offend you. Why do I feel like you have more potentially pointless questions? Just, you know, sphinxes are usually depicted as creatures with a human head and 4 animal legs. That would be hardly practical, you have to admit. I guess you're right. So you're a guardian that fights the Shadow People. Indeed, my purpose is to help and keep from harm, and by doing so over the course of my life, I have gained a reputation of a protector. I do not wish to sound vainglorious, but people have been putting my name on the altars of the temples they have been erecting for me. It feels like you were a kind of a celebrity back then. One could say so, yes. And what happened? Why did it all stop? Civilizations come and go, and so does the common knowledge. Have fallen into obscurity, perhaps, and my power is not what it used to be. But I still remain, and I still protect, because that's what I am for. Are there more like you? Somehow I find it difficult to believe you would be the only one in the entire world. Rightfully so, there are many guardians, some older and some younger, some more personal than others. And they take many forms, mythical creatures, childhood toys. There's one rule, however, we must remain secret. We did not reveal all this information to the mortals. Wait, so why are you telling me all of this? Special circumstances call for special actions. Something is coming, something disquieting. Who are these shadow people you mentioned? It's difficult to explain. Nobody really knows what they are or where they originated from. They are dangerous creatures that hunt for humans in their dreams. Hunt in what way, if those are just dreams? Just dreams, Amelia? Did nothing that you have witnessed so far teach you anything? Sorry, I didn't mean to sound ignorant. Shadow people might live in the realm of sleep, but they desperately try to infiltrate the waking world to wreak havoc. Infiltrate? I'm sorry, I've never seen any shadow people walking around. You might have seen one or heard about one, and you would not even know. They take over people's bodies, some just by corrupting their hearts with evil and causing them to change. More powerful ones can completely replace the human mind. Either way, that is their goal, and they will do everything to achieve it. Sleeping is more dangerous than I thought. It is usually not. The demons only hunt for vulnerable minds. Consciousness is detached from their dreaming bodies. Sometimes it happens during comas, much more often when lucid dreaming. So as long as I don't know that I'm sleeping... As long as you do not know that you are sleeping, you are safe. As soon as they attack, they will try to take over your sleeping body, but that is not even the worst part. It's not. While your body becomes a vessel for the demon, what is left of your dream is transformed. They fill your heart with fear and set it on fire with anger. What is left is ashes of hatred and loathing, a tormented soul, of which a new demon is born. You join their ranks, you become one of the shadow people yourself. How should I fight them? You should not, you do not, you run away, always. A great power is needed to defeat them, the light that lives within a guardian. Avoiding the shadow people is the best you can do. Try not to draw their attention. Which might be difficult the longer you stay here. That makes me curious about the first game when you kill a shadow person with the lighthouse. Is the lighthouse considered a guardian, since they can take many forms? If shadow people take over human bodies, how come that didn't happen to me? One of them got to me when I was looking for you, and while the pain left me a bit scared, at least... left me a bit scarred, at least mentally, I don't feel much transformed. I do not know, maybe you were lucky, maybe something saved you. It was not me, as I was still trapped at that time. I used this device that helps me navigate through the dreams. Maybe this was it, but I think it took it badly. I know very little about human devices and machinery. However, if there was something, a layer between your mind and your body, it could have worked as a shield of sorts. Not a perfect shield. I think the attack took a part of me. Some memories, I'm not sure. No human device can fully protect you, even if you were not taken. A small part of you was lost, yet another reason to avoid the shadow people. You said you knew my brother. To a certain degree, I did attempt to protect him from harm. Sadly, I failed. A guardian's presence is not a guarantee of safety, as much as I wish that that was not the case. I had provided him with a light to fend off the demons, the shadow people, which he managed to do. He was safe. But then he foolishly returned and I could not save him in time. Wait, so is her brother really the main character of the first game? And this is what happened to him. He was taken over by shadow people. So I assume this would be after ending B, where he gives up his grasp on mortal reality and breaks the cycle of shadow people by agreeing to stay one forever. It is more complicated than that. Okay, so what happened to him? How did he die? He was almost taken over. They did attempt to do it, and they were practically accomplished their wicked deed. However, something had happened. Something had happened, more complicated. Why are you not telling me everything? Why do you just keep beating around the bush like that? Do you know what happened or not? There are a great deal of things that are difficult to explain to you, as it would be difficult to describe a new color that you cannot see. You have barely grasped the concept of this reality. For now, it is sufficient to say that Thomas, as you know, has died, but his mind has stayed behind. His mind remains like an echo, and as such, it can be reached. I do not know what state he is in right now, and I do not know exactly where he is located, but I swear I will do everything in my power to help you find him. Or there's also a chance it's just another person that did the same thing the character in the first game did, which I feel like is probably more likely. Even though the time frame of that is around the same time. Whatever that might lead to, whatever might await you there. Okay, so what happens now? As I promised, I will help you find your brother, or whatever is left of his consciousness. Do not expect to find Thomas as you knew him. The mind detached from the body cannot remain unchanged for long. In addition, he was almost taken by the shadow people. That leaves a mark. You experienced not even a tenth of their influence, and you can tell how bad it was. I don't care, I will still find him. I have to. Fair enough, you must prepare yourself for a long and dangerous journey. The echo of your brother remains in this realm. It is probable that you will have to search through several regions to locate him. Aren't you like a supernatural being? Can you just snap your fingers and take us to my brother? As much as I wish that was the case, the fact of being a guardian makes me neither omnipotent nor all-knowing. I'm a part of this dream, Amelia. I must abide by its rules. My control over it is limited, and I do not possess powers that would allow me to take us to your brother. Believe me, if it were that simple, I would not waste time here. Alas, it is not. What should I do now then? How do I get to those regions you mentioned? Where do I even start? You're not, I told you I would help, and I intend to do so. My role here is to not just be a guardian, but also a guide to the lost. Listen carefully, Amelia. Your brother has left a trail that you need to follow. Wherever you went, you need to go too. Sooner or later, you will find a trace that leads to him. When you wake up from the dream, you will know where to start looking. What is that? Do not fear, this is a portal of awakening. Step into it and your dream shall end. Make sure you're ready. Perhaps there's something you still wish to ask about first. I cannot guarantee when the next time we see each other will be. Can you just stay with me? You know, we could look for my brother together. I really could use someone like you. That flatters me greatly, Amelia. It is nice to hear words like those. It has been a while since I've experienced anyone's company. You're welcome. Alas, I cannot. Just revealing myself to you is already breaking the rules. In normal circumstances, I would have never dared to do so. However, as you know, the circumstances are far from normal. Yes, but you revealed yourself just fine. You broke the rules and nothing happened, so maybe you can go with me after all. This place is dangerous. I can use all the help I can get. In your waking world, you can jump, but can you fly? You have to understand, if I said I cannot break the rules, it does not mean I do not want to break them, just as you cannot break the rules of gravity. I will help you as much as I can, and I will try to protect you to the best of my abilities. You have my word. Like you protected my brother? I'm sorry, Amelia. I know I failed him, and by doing so I have also failed you. But let it show how little power I sometimes have over the events that occur. Nevertheless, I will still do my best to do so no more failures occur. Wow, 2,200 echoes, that is a lot. Each night brings me closer to finding him, I can feel it. I feel like learning how to make some of these items could be really useful, but we really do need to learn about... We need to learn more stats as well. Like, come on, screwdrivers are really useful. I could really use those. Okay, I'm going to learn how to use Ace, or how to summon a screwdriver, because that seems really useful. After exploring through the lower parts of the hotel from before, I released the Sphinx from their entombment. Their name is Tutu, and apparently, they used to be some deity back in the ancient days. I learned that Thomas was captured by the Shadow People, dark evil creatures that want to hijack human bodies to ruin things in the waking world. However, something I wasn't told was what has caused Thomas's body to die, stopping the abducting monster before it could do something. They say the currents has trapped my brother's mind in the dream in an unknown state. I have to continue my search. Tutu has pointed me towards several places that could hold answers, or at least clues. My dream journal is a mess. I admit I stopped writing anything there because it felt pointless, but now I don't know what else to do. So this time I'll try to put it into words what's been on my head for a while. I've always wanted to experience a lucid dream, a dream where you could be anyone and do anything. I feel like this is familiar. I don't know if I've read it or not yet, though. I don't remember. I imagine myself as a superhero, flying around saving people, fighting the bad guys. Childish, I know, but what's wrong with that? Not that it ever mattered. Despite reading a book or two, I never managed to get even remotely close to that lucid state, not without immediately waking up. But recently, that is, not sure why or how, but it finally happened. I was dreaming and I knew it. But something went wrong and I ended up having a terrible nightmare. Instead of changing the dream to my liking, I became stuck in the creation of my own imagination. A weird, unfamiliar place, partially looking like a hotel of sorts, partially a weird mixture of rooms with no rhyme or reason. There was also that lighthouse, the place where I was told to go to, with a glowing gem I found. That gem, I felt like it was not a complete accident, more like it was placed in my path, like it was gifted to me by someone and it let me out of that nightmare. Before I woke up, I encountered monsters that wanted to hurt me. I don't think they were a part of my dream. It felt like they came from the outside, from the depths. The nightmare didn't fade away like I thought it would. I couldn't stop thinking about it. What if it was real? I became obsessed with it. I don't know why. Maybe I just wanted to prove myself wrong. I tried talking about the whole thing with my sis. It didn't go well, to put it lightly. But we've been through worse squirrels, and I'm sure we'll both get over it fast. Meanwhile, I have to act because I feel like I'm really starting to go crazy, like she suggested. I need to go back there and see for myself. I just have to know. What if there's a whole world out there? But how do I get back? It's not like I didn't make any attempts, but it doesn't work. I just have to keep trying. Maybe tonight I'll get lucky. Okay, so this is talking about when in the first game when we go to the lighthouse and we insert the gem into the thing and kill one of them. I really feel like there is a real connection here between Thomas and the main character of the first trilogy. I wish I could turn back time and been more understanding, more open-minded, but look at me now, keeping my own dream journal, the twist of fate. Mr. Thomas, thank you for contacting us here at the Weekly Conspiracy magazine. While we have taken our readers very seriously, even though you said you were not a regular reader yourself, we are unfortunately not going to bring your story. We understand dreams are a mysterious and fascinating subject, but as an organization dealing with paranormal activities on a day-to-day basis, we are often under attack by people who claim we are being dishonest or making stuff up. This is why we are trying to only print stories that have at least the slightest evidence behind them, physical proof, testimonies by multiple people, something like that. We realize your story is somewhat similar to the urban legend about so-called shadow people that appear to the victims of sleep paralysis. Perhaps if you are willing to change some details, we could renegotiate your story being printed. We don't want to suggest that your story is made up and can be easily altered, but you have to realize that sometimes some narratives can be slightly improved to present themselves better to the audience. And it's fine, because they will never not know there are some parts of it that are not true. We're looking forward to a revised version of your story. Best regards, Weekly Conspiracy Editorial Team. Thomas must have been really desperate if you reached out to some tabloid. I feel like 5 maximum integrity is more useful than 100. Listen, I know you've heard what other people have been saying before you left. You know how it is. There's a small town, gossip travels fast, and the truth gets lost in the fog. Some people just didn't like Thomas, so when the news hit, they acted like hyenas. In case you're doing what you're doing because you're trying to prove your brother was not a junkie. We all know he wasn't. We believe you. Unless you're doing it because you doubted yourself. But you remember the autopsy report, right? No drugs were present in his system. They are still not sure what caused... You know, they wrote something about epilepsy. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. Whatever happened to Thomas, you've got your back. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Remember that. I really don't know what the use of this lump of coal would ever be. I mean, I got it from killing a really strong enemy, so maybe it's something that's kind of useful. Okay, the box cutter does 1 damage and 1 bleed, hastens on me, so it kind of is like 2 attacks in 1 turn, or no. It's like 2 attacks, but it takes 2 turns, so... Oh my god, the bottle of medicine heals 4? That's insane. Okay, I feel like this shield is really useful. It allowed us to win a lot of fights we wouldn't have been able to win otherwise, but it's really expensive, both in focus and cost here. I'm gonna take the shield. I feel like it's way too useful to not have right now. Alright, but we're running low on time, so that's where we're gonna end it off for today's video. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time when we continue with more Deep Sleep Labyrinth of the Forsaken. So yeah, until then, bye!